Hey everybody, just doing a review for this VTOMAN 1500 peak current portable jump starter. And so yeah, this is probably one of the most smallest and low powered jump starters that I've reviewed. But this one has its place. If you don't want to spend too much money and you don't want like the biggest, baddest portable jump starter there is, this is a pretty good option. But at the same time, a 1500 peak current isn't going to be able to jumpstart those larger type of vehicles, because this one specifically is able to jumpstart 7-liter gas engines and 5-liter diesel engines. And so right up here, 1500 amp peak current. So yeah, I would recommend using this for either like sedan type of vehicles or like SUV cars. And also, motorcycles, maybe snowmobiles as well. But yeah, not exactly the most powerful jump starter there is, and that's fine. If you do want a more powerful jump starter, VTOMAN does sell a couple of higher peak current models, and I've reviewed higher peak current portable jump starters as well on my channel. But yeah, this is a pretty good starting point if you don't want to spend too much money, and if you have like a smaller car. And so when it comes to the product specifications, this is a V6 model. Battery capacity is 44.4 watt hours, and that's able to deliver, I believe, 30 jump starts, from a full power capacity all the way down to 0. Of course, you're not going to be jump starting your car that much continuously because, a product like this is mainly meant for emergencies. Starting current is 300 amps. Peak current is 1500 amps. Recharging speed for this jump starter is 15 watts, and the output includes a 18 watt type A quick charge port and a 12 watt type A port as well. And so yeah, a really simple jump starter and really not much to say about it. And included in the box is the jump starter itself, of course, a USB-C to type A charging cable, the jump starting clamps, the user manual, and also a carrying pouch right over here. This was a pretty nice touch. I did not expect a carrying pouch with such a a lower peak current jump starter, but it's pretty nice. You can just fit the jump starter itself in there along with all the accessories. Everything's going to fit right in. It's pretty convenient to have. You can just place everything inside the carrying bag and just place it in your car. So that was a nice touch for them. And yeah, the jump starting clamps right over here, the manual, the Type-C cable. And so the jump starter itself is actually pretty small in comparison to higher peak current jump starters. So it does have a 6 by 4 by 1.3 inch form factor, and it weighs about, I think, 1 pound. But yeah, really small. So you're gonna be able to actually use this possibly as a daily driver power bank if you wanted to. Of course, when it comes to the charging ports on this jump starter, you're not going to be able to charge a laptop, of course. It has 2 type A ports. This one is a 18 watt quick charge port, and this one is a standard 12 watt port. The USB-C port is only meant for recharging the jump starter, so there is no USB-C output charging here. This is the flashlight right over here. This is where you would input the jump starting clamps into, just like that. And over at the top is a compass. That's a pretty nice touch, I suppose. Right over here is the power button, and these are the power capacity indicators. You can hold down the power button to turn on the flashlight, just like that, and just turn it off by holding it down again. And that's really about it. It's a really simple jump starter, you guys. A pretty good starting jump starter if you're just looking to get one to jumpstart your car in an emergency. But once again, just make sure that it fits into that 7-liter gas engine and 5-liter diesel engine compatibility, because you don't want to get this and you have like a larger type of vehicle. And so let me just go and test out the charging ports right now to see how they perform. And so I do have my Galaxy Note 9 right over here. Once again, the charging ports are mainly meant for charging tablets and phones. This is not meant for charging laptops at all. I would consider the charging ports actually to really only be useful for charging phones, because I know tablets these days have like even faster charging speeds. And when it comes to the charging ports, you do have to press the power button to actually start charging. And I am able to fast charge my Galaxy Note 9 from the Type A quick charge port right there. And so yeah, that's all there really is to say about the charging ports. You could use this as a daily driver type of power bank. When it comes to charging your phone, just make sure that you always have spare capacity left over in case your car does require a jump start. But yeah, that's all there really is. Let me go and test out the recharging for the jump starter as well. I do have my VoltMe charger right over here. I would recommend using a quick charge port to recharge the jump starter with, to make sure that you're able to get the fastest recharging speed. Okay, sorry, I just had to grab this USB-C watt meter because I think the wattage input for this jump starter is just too low to show up on the River 2 power station screen. So yeah, anyways, I am recharging it at about 15 watts, 14.5 watts, same thing. So yeah, I mean, there we go, recharging the jump starter, and the output charging for it is really simple. Nothing special happening here at all. There is no power delivery, which is to be expected. I'm not complaining. This is such a simple portable jump starter that I don't expect it to have a high power output charging port. And so I'm just going to head on outside to test out the portable jump starting capabilities as well, using the jumper clamps right over here. Because I think all you have to do really is just input the jumper clamps into this port right over here, connect the clamps to the positive and negative on the battery, and you just have to wait until, I believe, this light right over here is green, and then you're able to crank your car and start it. And I'm just going to go ahead and show that right now, and I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, so just outside. So this test is a little bit different than my other jump starter reviews, because usually I have my Toyota Sienna that I'm testing out the jump starting with, but of course my Toyota Sienna doesn't have a dead battery. But in this case, I do have my sister's car. It's a 2015 RAV4 apparently, and it does have a dead battery right now. So I'm like trying to start it right now, and nothing's happening at all. So I think it might be a completely dead battery. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'm just gonna pop the hood, and I'm going to connect the VTOMAN 1500 jump starter to the battery to see if I can actually jump start the car with it. And so yeah, let me get to it, and I'll be right back in just a second. Alright, you guys, so I do have the VTOMAN jump starter right over here. Just going to connect the positive to the positive, and then the negative to the negative on the battery, just like that. And so once you see that green light blinking, I think it's supposed to be blinking, you're ready to crank your car and jump start it. Let me go and do that right now to see if it works. Okay, here we go. Put my key in the ignition. Yep, nothing. Okay, yeah, this is a really weak battery that I have right here, so it's not going to be working in this case. I think there's no way. That's crazy. Just give me a second actually. Okay, and so I did press this button right over here, and that just made the light stay green instead of blinking. So I'm going to see if this changes the power output of the jump starter. And yeah, let me see what happens. All right. Oh yeah, look at that. We have power now. Okay, this is awesome. Let me see if I can actually jump start it though. Oh, nothing happened. Okay, there we go. Seems like it works. So yeah, I was able to jumpstart this 2015 RAV4 with the dead battery. I just had to hold down the button on the jump starter for the jump start to actually work. I'm going to double check if the light is actually supposed to be solid green. But yeah, there we go. The jump starter works how it's supposed to. Alright guys, so that is my review for the VTOMAN 1500 peak current portable jump starter. Once again, as long as you have a vehicle that has a 7 liter gas engine or a 5-liter diesel engine, this is going to be a pretty reliable portable jump starter. Of course, it's definitely on the lower power side when it comes to jump starters in general. I've reviewed all the way up to I think 6,000 peak current jump starters. I think that was from the Hop Crew review that I did. So this one is kind of on the opposite side of the spectrum. Not exactly the most powerful, but it'll get the job done if you do have a weak battery, that is. And also when it comes to the charging speed, the ports are nothing special, and I don't expect them to be. But at the same time, because this jump starter is really small and lightweight, you could potentially use this as a daily driver type of power bank for charging your smartphone or possibly tablet. I will have a link down in the description below for this jump starter in case you want to take a look at the price. I will also have a link to the review article over at chargerharbor.com in case you want to read a review for it as well. And I will see you all on the next video. All right, goodbye.